Why are African American women nearly 2.5 times more likely than white women to be murdered by their intimate partner? Why are they murdered 5 years younger than the national average? And why, in spite of all of this, are they more likely to remain with their abusive partner? What's really going on? I started researching intimate partner violence a few years ago, and for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why African American women experience the poorest outcomes. There are systems in place. The police, shelters, emergency rooms, and community practitioners are all available. Why are these women not seeking the help that they need? And at what cost? It wasn't until I began sorting this out with my dissertation advisor that I wondered, how much of me is getting in the way? I'm not talking about me, the student, the professor, or even me, the college administrator, but me, the African American woman. When you look at me, that's probably the first thing that you notice, is that I am an African American woman. But what exactly does that mean? Well, first of all, African American women are smart, strong, and very resilient. We take pride in the fact that we're the glue that keeps our families together. We protect our men and our children. We're taught to fight back and to look out for yourself, because after all, no one else is going to look out for you. We're also told to never let them see you sweat. And no matter what happens, you got this. You have got everything under control. But what happens if I'm being abused? I may not have everything under control. I'm already in a double jeopardy because it's my role to protect my man from the man. So I may not readily call the police. But if I do call the police, it's because I really need them for protection, advice, and to rescue me. Only when they arrive, they're confused. Because my abuser is probably as bruised, battered, and bloodied as I am, they're left trying to figure out who's the victim and who's the perpetrator. And because I've never been allowed to be vulnerable and may already be depressed, when the officer asks what happened, I may yell at him. He hit me and I hit him back, which was the wrong thing to do. And say, because that plays right into the societal stereotype of the angry black woman. And chances are, the officer doesn't understand the nuances of my culture. So he misinterprets my depression for disrespect. So instead of getting a referral to the emergency shelter system, which is what I really need, I'm slapped with a dual order of protection right along with my abusive partner, maybe even carted off to jail. If I make it into the emergency shelter system, my experiences are similar. My fear and frustration are misinterpreted as hostility, and that could very well land me without securing the services that I need to safely leave. The emergency shelter system is designed to help me right-size my life. Only I feel like an outsider. Small items that would help me restore my sense of self, like basic hair products or even foods that I enjoy, they're not there. Then there's the healthcare system. People who could actually help me ignore my disfigured face, neglect to ask how I lost consciousness, about my morbid obesity, or why this is the 7th time that they have treated me within the last 12 months. And because I'm very religious, I'm going to turn to my church to seek counsel. Only, not all members of clergy are trained to fully support me. At best, I'm encouraged to leave. But at worst, which happens more oftentimes than not, I'm encouraged to cope, even remain with my abusive partner. Because, after all, it is my job to keep my family together at all costs, even if that cost is my life. And you know what? It's killing me. You see me as an angry Black woman, and it's killing me. The police misinterpret my depression for disrespect, and it's killing me. Shelter workers misunderstand my fear and frustration, and it's killing me. Emergency room physicians are not asking the critical questions, and it's killing me. My pastor expects me to keep my family together at all costs, and it's killing me. But what if we stop the killing? What if we flipped the script and offered help right from the start? What if you didn't see me as an angry Black woman, a superwoman who's got this, or even as a sassy, back-talking sapphire? Can you imagine? Can you imagine how much we could improve the outcomes of African American women who are victims of intimate partner violence if you just saw me as me? A real person who is scared, depressed, and desperate, and not through the stereotypical lenses. What if I called the police and they actually saw me as a vulnerable woman who really needed their protection? What if I could find shelter in the shelter system? A place where I was valued, understood, and fully supported. What if emergency room physicians actually asked how I sustained my injuries and whether they were the result of intimate partner violence? What if my pastor preached about God's hatred of abuse as much as he preached against divorce? African American women who are victims of intimate partner violence have the same supports available to them as women of other racial ethnic groups. But do we really? Are we really fully supported by the police, the shelter system, emergency room physicians, and community practitioners? Perhaps I would leave if there were supports that were available and people who actually understood and valued me for me. So why not? Why not fight through the underlying biases to hear what I haven't told you? Why not struggle to see the hurt, the pain, and scars that I haven't shown you? Why not ask the critical questions? I am more likely to disclose that I'm a victim of intimate partner violence and even leave my abusive partner if you just ask whether I'm being abused. To my sisters, it is okay to be vulnerable, even as vulnerable as white women are allowed to be. You don't have to have everything together all of the time. Police, see my aggression as a sign that things are spiraling out of control. I'm actually trying to tell you that I need your help, not push you away. Shelter workers, you can go home. But this temporary shelter is my home. So make sure it is a safe, inviting, and respectful place for me to unset and rewind. Emergency room physicians, my obesity and my blood pressure are signs that I'm collapsing under the stress of it all. Offer me more than a blood pressure pill. Pastors, you are not the expert on this, and we don't expect you to be. So connect us with real resources in the community and people who could really and fully support me. Because when it comes to intimate partner violence, I need to do a little bit more than pray about it. I think this is an idea worth sharing. Our words do not have to be the walls that keep us as African American women from getting the help that we need to safely leave our abusive partner. If you could just stop, ask, think, and really listen, together, we can save lives. And even if it's just one life, I think it's worth it. What about you?